Hey, I'm here to talk about weight bearing progression after a wrist injury. So once you get approval from your doctor or your therapist to start weight bearing, where you start is with a little bit of tabletop, not putting a ton of pressure over your wrists, but just starting kind of where you are. If you're having a hard time with your motion, you need to work on wrist extension first, but then you can take a step away from the table so that your wrist angle is not so severe. And we're just going to slowly start trying to put some weight into our fingertips. Okay? When we start to weight bear, we immediately go into this rotated position where the pit of our elbow kind of flares out and rotates forward. So in order to get that position, you have to have good wrist extension. And without that, you're not going to have good stability for a weight-bearing position. Once you can get this, you're going to start slowly coming forward until you can put your nose over your fingertips and start working on this forearm rotation. If you're having a hard time, you can gently assist with that rotation in both directions. After this is not painful and you have full and equal elbow motion, you can start to progress towards push-ups, yoga, Pilates by getting into what's called a quadruped position. So you'll come down on a mat, okay, and you're just going to slowly start to put more pressure over your wrists. You can rock back and forth. And again, you still want to work on locking out that elbow and finding that position of stability. Once you tolerate quadruped position, you're going to start putting your nose over your fingertips, leaning in. Then you can start to do one leg at a time. So for your right arm, you would start with lifting your right leg. That's not going to be nearly as much pressure as the next progression, where you can start to lift your left leg for your right wrist. This is going to push your body weight over to your injured wrist and give you more body weight into that wrist. The next one after this is coming into girl push-up or a knee push-up. Just going to come back. And you're going to work on that forearm rotation, coming forward, rocking it back. And lastly, you're going to start lifting one leg at a time until you can do weight bearing in a plank position. Hope that helps.